We just watched episode 10, Anxiety Attack.
I mean, I'm shocked that you weren't stress eating. I was like, I really need to go out
I did. You see me like murder.
You did.
Stole the producer's sandwich and ate the entire thing.
You did. Would you want to come back as a ghost?
I would love to come back in any shape or form, whether I'm alive or I'm a ghost or it's something else. It'd be so fun. This character is Candy. I may just be her for Halloween for fun. But is she dead? We did see in the episode that her file says active.
Hello, Dexter fans, and welcome to the season finale episode of Final Cut, your ultimate hub for all things Dexter and the official after show for Dexter Resurrection. I'm your host, Jamie Chung, and I'm here to dissect this whirlwind of a season finale.
That's what I always wanted. I know.
For our final episode of the season, we decided to do a little resurrecting ourselves, bringing back the person responsible for one of our favorite characters this season. Please welcome Lady Vengeance herself, Krysten Ritter. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
My goodness. I'm still super excited to have Krysten's input on this final episode. So we just finished watching the episode in my dressing room, and it was so fun to watch together. I mean, the yelps, the screams, my anxiety of what I felt watching 109 is exactly what I felt. As a fan, are you enjoying where the story is taking us?
I'm in. I'm pretty deep on the
better and
season.
better, right?
The episodes are fantastic. Episode 10 was an intense episode. The tension is through the roof the entire time. It's good. It's good TV. It's exciting.
There's so much to go over the episode, but first, we'd like to chat with you. So how did it feel to become a part of this major franchise? And I know that you are a fan because I know you're watching these episodes live.
Yes, I'm watching these episodes live, and I'm watching like no other shows. So when it comes out on Friday, I'm like, gotta watch my Dexter episode. And I watched the original show as well. Big fan of season 1 with Ice Truck Killer, and season 2, and then the Rita situation. I was in.
Season 4.
Yeah.
I mean, Rita.
I was deep on that show. So I was so excited to be asked to come out and play and getting to work opposite Michael.
Incredible.
Yeah,
One of the best
so
actors.
good. And the role was so good.
Your character, Lady Vengeance, I really cannot see anyone else playing her except for you. Like, you have such a dynamic presence on screen. You're so fucking likable, you're so beautiful, and yet there's a fucking, like, edge, and you're perfect for her.
Thank you.
It was literally written for you.
It was. Scott and I were just texting and like, oh, what are you working on? And he said he was doing Resurrection. I think at that point it was not officially announced. And he was like, would you be interested? Are you available? And I was like, if the role is great, I will be there. And then obviously I got it, and the role was so good. And it was so obviously written for me. And I just felt like all of the words really fit in my mouth. And then also, when I used to like go on a lot of dates when I was younger, I would always take my dates bowling.
No way.
Yeah, that was
Did
like
you
my
put
move.
that in?
No, but Scott
Okay.
knows me.
Yes.
So once I got to that scene, I was like, okay, this is obviously me. This was Candy. I think it's like maybe one of the most fun roles I've ever had, and I just love her. Because this is a show that's been going on for so long, it's just a well-oiled machine. Clyde is so amazing, and it just the vibe on set works. Everybody's so good at what they do. I think that Clyde and Scott also empower all of the department heads to like do the thing that they do the best, and so everybody's like really excited to be there. I also think like when you have this kind of genre, people love throwing the blood on.
Yeah.
People like get really excited to like do their art, and it just kind of felt like that. Everybody was excited.
What were your feelings when you learned that Angel was going to die this season?
I had a real hard time with that, and I'm shocked and disappointed, and it's an iconic legacy character, and I was really sad to see that. And I think that was probably intense for the actors to do. It plays.
It was a beautiful, both actors did such an incredible job.
Yeah, they did, and you could, like, what Michael was doing in that scene and what
Just the
David was
layers
doing
of
this
David
scene.
was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone. Oh, God. Let's dive into the final episode titled, And Justice for All. Prater and Charlie come up with a plan to kill Dexter by starvation, locking him in the vault.
What do you want me to do? Let him out, introduce him to the police commissioner, invite him to dance?
Okay. Point taken.
Remember the rule of threes. 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. He's good on oxygen.
What would you have done in this situation?
I would just keep him locked in there if I had to.
It's like a mousetrap. You don't want to look, but you want to look. And how brutal is it for Dexter to be locked in the room with this former best friend dead on the floor?
Brutal. So brutal, so
I
heartbreaking.
mean, I feel bad for David Zayas, because knowing that he had to be on that floor until they put that damn fucking sheet on his body.
They did put the sheet on
know?
his body pretty quickly.
Whenever I die, I'm like, just pick a really comfortable position. Christian Camargo reprises his role as Dexter's brother, Brian Moser.
Oops, you did it again.
The Ice Truck
Killer from season 1. The moment he was revealed, I was so excited. He's such a hottie.
He is such a hottie. He was so great in that first season, too. I loved him.
Prater's files on all his serial slayers.
Let's go through all the files that Dexter saw in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, we start with Lady Vengeance, and it says,
Active.
I feel like there's so much more to learn about Lady Vengeance.
I agree. I think there's lots to learn about Lady Vengeance.
I would love to see an origin story.
I think there are so many possibilities with
Okay.
this character.
Because come on,
I'd even enjoy seeing her come back for a little revenge.
Keith Bauer, the Canyon Clubber, inactive. Yonkers Slayer, active. Charlotte Brown, Charlie, and he has a file on her, which is kind of crazy reveal, right? She's done
Yeah.
some nasty things, but I kind of love that that was her moment of like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
I'm out. Fuck you.
I'm in.
So I love that Harrison and Dexter have this spy espionage moment with the iPhone and the headphone. Very clever, my friend. But again, so much anxiety. And then bumping into the champagne, come on, party foul.
Yeah.
Like, go hide behind the bush.
Just give me the code, Dad.
The moment when they were trying to guess the code of the vault, that was incredibly stressful.
We were screaming at the television.
Then he sees the 8-digit inmate number.
8, 2, 6, 6, 1, 9, 3, 4. Did you get all that?
Okay. Shit. Dad? Dad? Dad! You want me to...
The phone goes dead, but Harrison pulls through.
Jack Alcott is doing some good work. Like the first episode when he obviously murdered the date rapist. I was really impressed by how committed he was.
And vulnerable.
What a big, great opportunity for him. And also to then be like under Michael C. Hall's wing, and it's just such a great learning boot camp for him. I'm excited to see what happens with his character and what happens with his career, because I think he's just doing such a great
this fucker just
job.
got out of school, and then he
Yeah.
booked like New Blood.
I hope he knows that's not normal.
No shit. Never happened.
That does not happen.
No, but you're right. His talent backs up,
Yeah.
you know, all of his early on success.
Yeah, and it's
you're
the
right,
writing
he's-
too. The two have to come together. You can't be great in a role that doesn't exist. And he's really rising to the occasion.
And I'm so glad. Good person.
Forgot something in the vault.
What is it?
Fake thumbprint.
Adding that to the list of things you're gonna explain to me later.
But then Dexter can't find the thumbprint. And lo and behold, where does he find it? Just fucking kick a horse while he's down on Angel Bautista. Jesus Christ. Dexter did get to hang out with David Zayas one last time.
Right.
And he did get to say like goodbye, my friend.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really sweet, even
Yeah.
though he did say, fuck you, Dexter Morgan.
Dexter Morgan. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Scott Reynolds. But also, you had to do what you had to do. And it made for a great season.
Great TV.
Hello, Harrison Morgan.
Harrison is almost free, but Prater catches him. The moment where Dexter is heading to save Harrison, that's when the needle drops, quite literally. Dexter passes Harry through the hallway, and Harry says,
Get that fucker.
James Remar, you've been so great this season.
He's so great. It's such a great device too because it helps you really get on board with everything Dexter's doing. From the beginning, that's been the thing. Spending that much time inside Dexter's head, just the real estate of time you get to spend with him, lets him get away with murder. Murders. You know, obviously it's very rare to be rooting for a serial killer.
But you're right, it is because you have the voice like James Remar, because he has the code, he has good intentions, you know?
Yep.
I'm sorry I couldn't give you the protection that you needed.
I knew there was something about that scene.
If you're spending the night there, you might want some protection.
What a great fake out. Like, what, did he just have the needle?
That was crazy.
Now, before we get to the kill scene, it is time to play a game called Bloodslide Roulette. Right here, I've got a box of blood slides. There are 50, and there's a question on each slide. Would you like to pick a number between 1 and 50?
17.
17! Love that. What's the weirdest job you've ever had?
When I was a teenager,
So like last year.
Totally. Before I was scouted at the mall as a model at Payless, I was a telemarketer for 3 months, and let me tell you, I was good at it. I was selling vacations out of Parsippany Morris Plains.
Wait, what?
I was calling people. I wasn't really in Parsippany
Can you just
Morris
give me your
Plains. I was like, hi, you've been selected to receive a vacation. This is blah, 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 calling from Parsippany Morris Plains.
Oh my God, what kind of vacation?
Well, I don't know if they really got the vacation.
Oh my God, so you said...
No, it was a legit company. But it was like, you had to like get the people to come down for the meeting, and for all the meetings that you booked, you would get like a bonus.
Okay.
And I did very well.
Those are tough jobs.
It was fun.
Now we're gonna get to the big scene of this season. Prater is finally on the kill table, or actually the ice truck killer bed.
No. I'm not going in the blood slide box.
Nope. You're not.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I knew you'd see it my way. Nobody could turn down that kind of money.
Oh, no. I am going to kill you.
Peter is so good in this scene. The fear, the loss of power. For a split second, he's very hopeful. Like, oh, you're not gonna kill me. You're not gonna take my blind. And then
Oh my God, I can't believe he thought he wasn't gonna kill him.
I mean, come on.
Come on.
You're wrapped up, babe.
You're going down,
wrapped
dude.
You're gone.
But I did think that was an interesting choice for him
Yeah.
not to take his blood because he doesn't want to remember him.
Oh, you're not even worthy.
And that probably, if you are
That's
such
more
a super
hurtful.
fan, yeah, it would probably be like the worst way to go.
No. I mean, I thought he would be more devastated about that than actually like losing his life. Like, wait, you're not gonna include me in your...
Both things are bad.
Terrible.
I keep trophies to remember. And I don't want to remember you.
Prater is killed. Goodbye. And then we get to see that great staying alive dance sequence from Detective Wallace. I felt like it was a great payout.
It was fun. I love that this show finds moments of levity.
But
And
then I'm also like, is Detective Wallace and Oliva like about to get down? Yeah. Well, they do say like don't shit where you eat, but sometimes it's a...
sometimes it just happens. It does make going to work more fun.
Oh yeah, okay. Dex triggers the alarm, tipping every cop in NYC to the vault. Claudette is one step closer to catching her white male. She finally learns the identity of the New York Ripper, and it's Dom Frampt.
Sounds like a setup for season 2.
Right? It's revealed that Dexter stole a ton of files. It makes me so excited that he's gonna go after all of these killers, possibly.
Who knows? I think that, you know, the really cool thing about these writers is like they clearly have tricks up their sleeves and they come up with really good stuff for all of the characters, and I'm excited to see what they come up with for season 2.
This is who I am. What I am. I'm Dexter Morgan. I'm exactly who I need to be. Exactly who you want me to be.
The last line that Dexter says in the series to the audience is I'm Dexter Morgan. I'm exactly who I need to be, exactly who you want me to be.
This show knows what the fans want.
It totally transformed from New Blood when he was trying to be something else, and I think the fans had a hard time with that too.
Yeah, so maybe this is where he really steps into it and like drops some of the guilt and the self-loathing.
And it was pretty lovely to see also Dexter feel so much emotion. I think a great line from the vault scene was like, why does it hurt so much? Like, is this what it means to love? I do love that it's a reincarnation of Dexter, but it is him being humanized in a whole new way. But then
Yeah,
going back
the character's
to his original-
evolving.
If you could have been on any other season of Dexter, what season would it be?
Well, I almost was on season 1.
Really?
Yes. I was just starting out, so I auditioned for like a guest star or like a co-star in an episode that Tony Goldwyn was directing, and I really want to find out what episode it was. So I booked it, but that same day, I booked my arc on Gilmore Girls, which
There you
was
go.
a big deal.
Yeah.
And so I did not take that little tiny role,
Had to do
but
it.
good thing I didn't.
Because then you wouldn't be back here.
19 years later, here we are. Hard work pays off, kiddies.
It sure does. Talking about that incredible episode 4, we get to introduce all of these incredible actors playing serial killers. What was it like working with Neil, Michael, David, Eric, Uma, Peter, all in one day? Is that your first day of work?
My first day of work was the Central Park running
Okay, love it.
scene with Michael C. Hall, and it was just the two of us, and it was freezing, and we were gonna be running all day and just kind of hit it off immediately. And it was like so much dialogue. I was like, all right, we are just diving right in. And then the next chunk that I had was all of the mansion stuff when we first meet everybody. And it was nuts. First of all the costumes are so over the top, and the location was so epic, and we were all just eating it up.
You know, was it a lot of research that you do on your end about Lady Vengeance? I mean, there's only a handful of female serial killers out there.
There are so
right?
few female serial killers with notoriety like
Yeah.
this. What I wanted to really sink into the most was like the look, and I really wanted to go for it. I was like, let's lean into the stereotypes, but then also just like push it as far as we can. So I was really inspired immediately. I made a mood board of how I think she should look, and I pulled inspiration and put together this whole thing and submitted to Scott. Like, he was like, oh my God, I love this. And I sent it to Kat Thomas, the costume designer. And she just was salivating over it. And she sent me back something even better. She had been holding like vintage Jean-Paul Gaultier pieces that I got to wear.
Perfect.
And she was like, oh yes. And I felt like I was like her doll. And we really wanted to just go for it. And I love to take a big swing. I don't want to play anything safe. I would rather like take a big swing and have it not work than like go middle.
Yeah.
So it was like,
I don't see you
let's
going
go
middle,
for
honey.
it. Let's go for it and make it memorable.
I love that in the episode when you reveal you actually don't have a code and then you just want to kill. Because I heard the trauma backstory and it's like, that makes sense. It's the mom's ex-boyfriend, you're protecting your sister. And then when you say like, it came to a point where, you know what? It didn't matter anymore. I just want to kill. It's like, if the boys are fucking doing it too, why can't you?
I was very excited when I saw that twist because it's like, let's take an idea that feels maybe stereotypical and then flip it on its ear. And it's another color to play. And I love that she has this kind of contentious opinion and relationship with the press and how they frame it. And she has big, strong feelings about that. And finding like all of those different colors just makes her that much more dynamic and realized. And that was Candy. When I saw that coming, I was like, ooh!
You and Michael C. Hall, that chemistry between your characters, I was like, let's fuck. I mean, I thought you guys were gonna do it. And they're like, what was your famous line?
But you got me all murder horny.
You got me all murder horny.
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
totally.
oh, they're talking about murder. I thought they were gonna like.
You know, it was so funny. When I first read that line, I was like, oh no, I'm never gonna be able to pull this off.
You did.
And I was like, okay. And I was like struggling with it. I was like, oh, how am I gonna like pull this off and not sound ridiculous? And I just decided to like throw it away and just do it. And I watched it. It ended up being so funny. Not only that, but they ended up making it the title of the episode.
There you go, see?
I was like,
It was perfect.
yeah, it's fun.
In honor of Lady Vengeance, I want to bring back an old favorite called Marry Fucking Kill. This game is inspired by my character, Molly Park's true crime podcast. So we're gonna break down our favorite killers from Dexter Resurrection. I'm gonna hand you a card of every killer from the season, and you have to pick one for each of the following. Number 1, Mary, which would you pick to help you cover up a crime?
Yeah, let's pick Rapunzel.
The one that didn't get caught, right?
I attached the camera to my bike helmet, you know, safety first.
Didn't you ever feel your character like felt creepy around him? Is that why you never wore a ponytail?
No, I'm buddies with Al. You remember he walks in, he's like, Mamma Mia, we're besties. We hit it off.
Okay.
I know his kids.
Okay.
I know his wife. I knew when she was pregnant. Like, for whatever reason,
You're not his type.
I'm not his type.
Thank God.
Yeah, we're bros.
Fucking. Who do you think was the sexiest serial killer?
Gemini.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Just Smolchin.
Yeah.
I should have anticipated this.
And kill.
I would kill the tattoo collector. Yeah, he was a dick. But my character thought he was a dick, so that just like got
It
in me
just
and I
really
just
works. There
decided,
you go.
tattoo guy's a
There you
dick. No, I have a lot of lines saying that he was a dick. I nailed that game.
Any other fun behind the scenes stories that you'd like to share with us before we leave?
Honestly, it was so fun. This was one of the best experiences I've had on set. I loved getting to be with Scott again and getting to know Clyde. I adore Michael C. Hall, and getting to work with him was really special. Like, he's so good. And it's rare that you get to work with somebody at his level, and just kind of getting to be with everybody was really cool. Being at work felt very like luxurious and celebratory and really exciting. It was really great.
Thank you so much for tuning into Dexter Final Cut, and a huge thanks to our incredibly talented guest, Kristen Ritter.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Dexter YouTube channel, drop a comment, and jump into the Dexter community. We love hearing all of your theories and questions. Thank you again for being a part of this amazing ride. What a season, and as always, tread lightly, my friends. Original series and New Blood, available on the Essential Plan.